Hi everyone, this is Irina Benedict, founder of strategicachievementcoach.com, where you can learn to become authentic, empowered, and connected, and thrive in life and in business. Today we're here to talk about strategic scheduling. And I think you can guess that if we don't make time to accomplish the things that are most important, then we don't go very far in life. We're just creating a lot of stress, but not real progress. So strategic scheduling is the topic it's the first topic that I talk with my clients about, and it's included in the Strategic Achievement Quick Start program. And this is what we're talking about today. I have a presentation and I will go through it, and then I will open the lines for questions. So the presentation is about 15 minutes. The most important part would be the questions, and that's when we have the most fun. So let's see. The presentation is loading. Okay. So what is strategic scheduling? It's a way of organizing your schedule where you give attention to what is important to you. You know, we have so many things that we can have on our to-do list, and we can be really, really busy and feel that we're working hard. But if we're not taking care of the things that are most important, then we may waste our life, we may waste our time. So this is why identifying what is important to you and giving attention to that, it's key. Also, when you make decisions about your schedule, it keeps your life in balance, because some of us have the tendency, and me included, like I told you before, if you've been with me before, everything I wrote down is because I also need to learn. So don't think that I'm not learning as we go. When you put things in your schedule, keeps your life in balance between work, family, and personal time, or instead of family, you can also add other relationships like friends and extended family, colleagues. So some of us have spent a lot of time in the work area and have very little time for relationship or personal time. And when we take time to schedule, we make space for all of those three areas, and then we become more balanced. One of the key elements here is we would achieve more things, but sometimes we get into the overwhelm. So I think it's really important to recognize when you feel overwhelmed, and then stop and go back to the drawing board, go back to your schedule and see what you can adjust and what can happen in order to reduce the overwhelm, and I will talk about that in a minute. Would you give me in a chat if you can hear me okay and if I'm okay to go? Okay, so not having time is one of the biggest excuses that people use in order not to do something. So they say, well, I don't have time, I would do this, I would do that, but I don't have time. And the truth of the matter is that, if anything, having the same amount of time is what we are all equal in, right? Mother Teresa, Einstein, Oprah, everybody that is doing something important for this world, they have the same amount of time, 24/7. So it's very important to know that it's not that we don't have time. It's that we are not managing the time in a way that allows us to do what's good for us. So hear yourself, when you hear yourself say, I would like to do this, but I don't have time, check with yourself and see, is this really true? How can I make time for this if this is important? There is another aspect. Some people say yes to everything. If a friend asks for support, they say yes. If a committee needs another member, they say yes. And as a result, they get overwhelmed, and they don't achieve what's important for them. So when you say that, I posted a picture on our Facebook group, when you say yes to other people, make sure you don't say no to yourself. And this is important because if you agree with me that we all have a purpose, and our purpose is so unique that only we can fulfill it, then it's important for us to go and have time for what is our unique purpose in the world. So make sure you make the investment of time in what your purpose is. I see, Cindy, you're not muted. Would you mute yourself so I don't hear your sound until we go to the Q&A? Okay. So those are some of my ideas for strategic scheduling. The first thing is that you can never improve something you don't know. So I recommend the people that have access to the people that bought the Quick Start and they have access to the module, you will see there the exercise is to analyze first where your time is spent now. So keep a log for 2 weeks. I know sometimes you feel bugging that you have to write everything you do. You have to write it down, but it will give you so much freedom that it's worth spending the effort and the time and the effort to write it down. So write down, like right now I'm on a Q&A call for 1 hour and a half. Write it down. Then you look what are your activities, and then you can see how much time do I spend for business development? How much time do I spend for personal development? I don't know if probably most of you consider this call for business development. How much time do I spend with my clients? How much time is wasted? How much time is on Facebook? And when you see and you get to analyze the data, then you can make decisions. Another strategy is to start with the end in mind. As you may know from Stephen Covey, you start with what you want to see in your life. And for most of you, you did your vision board with me, and you have decided that those are the things that you want to see in your life. And then, of course, they have to find a space in the schedule. Another strategy is to have designated days for important things. Like I have days for client days when I don't have other ambitions but serve my clients. And then you know where your focus is. When you wake up in the morning, I hope you meditate in the morning. That's what I do. I meditate and then I think about my day, and it's a client day. So I have a certain energy for my client day. Then another day is content development day. That's another important task is to develop your content, to develop your teaching. And I know most of you are in the business of like service business. And like I see Karen here, it's that when you put your new products on your website. So that's a day when you focus on that, and it's a different energy. And of course, have a day like I have Sunday, although last Sunday I didn't do it because I shot a video for my March event. I have a day where it's a day dedicated to me and my self-care, which is Sunday in my case. So this is a good strategy to have because it focuses your attention. I think most of you are in the Facebook group. I ask on Monday, what is your focus for your week? And it's a very good exercise to remember what is it that's really important for me this week, and write it down and have like 3 things that are the most important for the week. And that, again, will keep you focused. Okay. Then I used to do it. I don't do it anymore because I don't use my Outlook. But for people that like that, color code your activities. If you're a highly visual person and you like colors, I do like colors, you can color code your activity. So, and also the way I used to color code was by assigning, if you know the chakra system, by assigning a color on the chakra with my activity. So, for example, if it was meditating, of course, that's spirituality, so I will assign the crown chakra color. When it was, my coaching for me is like heart-centered, so when I coach my clients, I assign the color green. And in this way, when you put it in your calendar, you can see different colors, and then you can see where you spend the most of your time. Give me some feedback in the chat if you can hear me, so I like to continue knowing that I talk. Yes, excellent, good. Have a year calendar. I know we like to go week by week or month by month, but sometimes it's so good to see the year at a glance. And it's good to know, like, when do you go for your business meetings, when do you go for networking, when are you taking your vacation. It's nice just to have a feel how your year looks like. If you have a birthday or an anniversary, it's really nice to see it at a glance, and it helps you. I love planning. I love planning, and it's in my nature. So I recommend every 3 months at least take a full day to plan. Because sometimes when we don't plan, we just run around. We don't know, should I do this, should I do that? And then we waste a lot of time guessing. But if you take time, a full day to plan, you will gain back more than a full day. And I really, really advise that every 3 months you sit down for a full day and plan. And another important thing is to plan your week. I use sometimes Sunday night to just plan my week. I tried Monday morning, but I like to start my week already knowing what I do. And I tried Friday night, but for me Sunday night is the best because I'm already relaxed and I'm ready to look at the week ahead. So Sunday night I take about an hour and a half, 2 hours to plan my week, and I'm also meet with my husband just to check on what is his plan for the week, what is my plan, and how we coordinate our plans. So that's a strategy that worked for me well. Okay. Yeah, this slide is a bit, I think it's out of alignment. So I'll go to the next slide. This is the best strategy of all. Even if you don't plan, this is the best strategy. Is be calm, be present, and focus only on the task in front of you. The biggest time waster, it's not the activities. Sometimes the biggest time waster is, oh my God, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Should I do the other thing instead of the thing I'm doing? When would I have the time to do everything I have to do? And this is the chatter in your mind. It's what wastes a lot of time. If you say, okay, so now I'm focusing on this call, and I'm learning the best I can what is here in front of me. Then you are present and your learning goes deeper, and then you don't have to revisit this idea again. So focusing on the present moment and on what's in front of you, it's one of the best strategies in being calm. And I applied this strategy yesterday. Yesterday was actually a client day, but today I have 2 calls, this one and the interview at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and I had to prepare for it. And also I had to make decisions about the location for my match event. So instead of thinking, and I did think, oh my God, when would I be ready for the interview? When I would be ready for the presentation this morning? I told myself, we have time for everything. I am calm and I take one thing at a time. And guess what? By this moment when I started the call, I was actually ready for the call, and I am also ready for the interview. So everything worked. But when you feel stressed for time and you start to freak out, that takes a lot more time out of your schedule. So whenever you see yourself going about, oh my God, I just say take 2 minutes to meditate. Like just take 2 minutes, calm yourself down, put your feet on the ground, breathe, and say, I'm doing this, I'll finish this, and I'll get to other stuff afterward. And you will see how much more effective you will be. Okay? So this is what I had to teach about this topic. For the people that are enrolled in the Strategic Achievement Quick Start program, this is your first call. And we will have the other modules are the goals table, the vision board, resource assessment, and the self-empowerment statement. And we will have 3 more calls about those topics. For people that would like to join, the link is available. I put it in the chat. I will put it again. It's a fun little program. It's a 5-week. To join, it's really what I feel is the essence of quick starting, the moving forward, achieving your goals strategically. I have had people that wanted to start working with me, and the quick start really got them from stuck to moving. So join us if you feel called. There is a grand prize, is a full scholarship for the 5-month group coaching, which is the Authentic Empower Connected. And this offer doesn't expire. It just expires when the group is over. Because we're starting the group, so it expires because we are started already. And you can listen to the Q&A on a recording, but it's best if you join us before the next Q&A.